Hey everybody, it's Gus from Askewed Reviews, and it's a new episode of Creature Madness. So let's say by now you don't happen to know what Creature Madness is. Here is an explanation. My good buddy Matthew over at Horror Madness decided to create a movie club where he invited some of his friends to come and join him. Now, some of those other people, aside from myself and Matthew that do this, are Ryan, Jen, Bambi, Ashley, and Amariah. So what we do is, as a group, we decide on a creature feature film for all of us to watch, and then each of us puts our own review out for that film. This time around, it was Amariah who chose our film, and it is the 2001 movie Jeepers Creepers. Now, normally I do mention who the director of a film is. I'm not going to do it this time because that individual is not a good person. And I'm just not going to continue to spread his name out there. Now, that aside, though, Jeepers Creepers, in my opinion, has definitely become a classic horror film. And I do think the movie itself is really fun and interesting to watch. So here's the concept for the movie. Every 23rd spring, for 23 days, a creature known as the Creeper goes out and hunts down people, and what he does to his victims, well, I'll leave that up to you to find out just in case you haven't seen this before. Now, in the actual story, we follow two characters, Trish and Derry, a brother and sister that are driving back home from college. Now, they make a horrible, horrible mistake that I'm sure everyone in the audience watching this movie when it first came out was just like, what are you doing? But as they're driving home, they see a secluded farm, and at this farm, they see an individual who is dumping something down some sort of chute. This is also the same individual that almost ran them off the road. So they decide to wait for that person to drive away and then go and check out what's going on with this chute. Now, I'm just going to stop there and allow you to enjoy this film yourself if you decide to check it out. Here's something you may not be aware of, but in the Jeepers Creepers franchise, there are 4 films in total. You have this one, which in my opinion is the only really good one. The second one's okay. The third one's not that great, and the fourth one is absolutely terrible. But if you're a completionist like me, feel free to watch all 4 of them. Now, me personally, I own all 4 films, so that's how I was able to watch this one. If you want to watch it yourself, currently I don't see it streaming for free anywhere, but definitely keep an eye out. I'm sure it'll be on streaming free somewhere soon again. Now, for my scale, I'm going to give this movie a 4 out of 5. And if at some point you're like, you know what? It seems very familiar that Gus was talking about Jeepers Creepers. The reason for that is I've actually done trivia videos all about the 4 films in the series. So if you're interested in finding out all of the fascinating trivia for these films, just look those up either on my YouTube or TikTok channels. Now is the part of my videos where I do a segment called Tale of the Tape, where I go over a little bit more in depth about the creature in the creature feature that we watched. So this is obviously all about the creeper. Now, for the most part, it is an average human size, maybe just a little bit taller than average, but it does have quite a few things that enhance it well beyond human capability. It appears to have superior strength, it has an amazing sense of smell, it also has wings so it can fly, and almost Deadpool-like regeneration. Now, mind you, if those 23 days are over, it shrivels up like a raisin for the time being, but it'll always come back. So that was my episode of Creature Madness, all about the movie Jeepers Creepers. Now, absolutely go and check out everyone else involved in this group's videos because it's very interesting to see what everyone else thought about each movie that we watch. And to do so, just look up the hashtag Creature Madness.